facing financial hardship through its tax relief initiatives. If you have a delinquent tax problem and possibly facing wage garnishment, liens, levies, audits, or already in a payment plan, you may now qualify for significant relief. Qualifying and enrolling in this program could stop all collections, settle your tax problem, and may even reduce what you owe by up to 99%. Call the hotline at Tax Help USA to see if you qualify by dialing 800-210-1005. If you or your business owe at least $10,000 in back taxes to the IRS or state, you can now get the help that you need during these hard economic times. Call Tax Help USA to get your free tax assessment to see what you qualify for by dialing 800-210-1005. 800-210-1005. 800-210-1005. Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing. Together millions of things for our planet. Make recycling part of your holiday season. If you get a new computer, tablet, or cell phone this year, recycle your old one by selling it or donating it to charity. Otherwise, dispose of it at a proper e-waste facility. Recycle your Christmas tree by turning it into wood chips and mulch. When we each share our one thing, it becomes 100 things, 1,000 things, 1,000,000 things for our planet. What's your one thing?
Dave is in your local Honda dealer's traffic center, and it's slow in Fairfield. David?
It is eastbound 80 headed towards West Texas. We've got road work there in the left lane, backing things up towards the Cordelia truck scales. And once you're past the road work, more slow and continues pretty much out towards the Manuel Campos Parkway with the afternoon get-out-of-town commute. Highway 4 Brentwood, we've got a crash between Lone Tree and Sand Creek. Looks like the left lane now may be blocked in both directions by emergency crews, so we've got a backup in both directions because of that. It's going to be slow headed through Los Gatos, southbound 17, starting at Lark Avenue. That'll continue past the Katz Restaurant. We've got delays in Marin County, southbound 101 out of Novato, down towards North San Pedro, and getting across the Golden Gate Bridge northbound is slow, getting towards Vista Point because of the, sold-out parking lot there. So traffic backed up about halfway across the bridge. Your next traffic update, 108 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
It's cloudy today, patchy fog, more chances for scattered showers, especially in the North Bay and near the water. And tonight, more rain and wind return as that second system begins to move in. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. It is Thursday, December 28th, coming up on KCBS.
I'm on the wall in Bodega Bay for a chance to see massive towering waves as people bound for the coast.
It's a little unruly for sure.
I'm Raquel Maria Dillon in West Oakland, where BART riders can try out prototypes for new fare gates that are supposed to foil fare evaders. I'm Pat Thurston for Holly Kwan. CBS News covers the world next. When you need to know, KCBS AM, KFRC FM, and HD1, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, and Odyssey Station. 1 o'clock.
CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Matt Piper. Haley in the hot seat. Republican presidential hopeful Nikki Haley did not mention slavery when asked yesterday about the cause of the Civil War. The person who asked the question expressed surprise, and some of her rivals have come out swinging today. Now a backtrack of sorts, as CBS's Nicole Skanga reports.
President Biden retweeted a clip of the video saying simply, it was about slavery. Haley, who served as governor of South Carolina, worked to spin her answer during another stop in New Hampshire Thursday morning.
I guess if you grow up in the South, it's a given that it's about slavery. To me, it was about freedom. What do you think? It's bigger than slavery. That was such a stain on our history. But what do you take from it going forward?
Haley has emerged as one of the leading challengers to former President Donald Trump, who remains the frontrunner for the GOP nomination.
The Colorado Republican Party has asked the Supreme Court to reinstate Donald Trump on the primary ballot, officially dragging the nation's top court into that fight. Sometime in Maine, a decision is expected any day now in response to 3 petitions challenging former President Trump's ballot eligibility. CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson.
She heard arguments about eligibility, and that's why these challenges went to her, because she's going to be the one to make the at least initial assessment as to whether or not former President Trump can appear on that state's primary election ballot.
Mexican and U.S. officials have agreed to work together more closely to tackle record migration at the border. That from joint statements from both governments a day after high-level talks on stemming record numbers. American Paul Whelan, holed up in a Russian prison for 5 years, says he fears being left behind a third time. WTOP's J.J. Green spoke to the 53-year-old ex-Marine.
When Paul Whelan was arrested, the Russian government asked President Trump to trade convicted foreign agent Maria Butina, convicted arms dealer Victor Bout, and convicted drug smuggler Konstantin Yaroshenko for Whelan. He refused.
Once President Biden took over, the same requests were made.
But by that time, Trevor Reed and Brittany Griner were in the mix, and he said the Russians decided to change strategies.
And the Russians decided, well, we'll work out deals, with these two lower-level cases, and we'll ask for more for Paul.
He says the Russians are continually changing their request.
The world population grew by 75 million people, or just under 1% over the past year, and on New Year's Day it will stand at more than 8 billion people. That, according to figures just released by the U.S. Census Bureau, which adds that the U.S. added 1.7 million people this year. The S&P 500 was this close to setting a record as the markets closed just now. It did not happen. This is CBS News.
Make the hiring process work for you. With Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution, you can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits. Have you Googled?
Okay, it's 103 at the Bay Area's news station, KCBS. It was drier today, but it is going to be wet again tonight. Good afternoon, I'm Pat Thurston, and here's what's happening. A community along the Santa Cruz coast is being warned to prepare to evacuate because of dangerous surf conditions. The evacuation warning was issued just before 8 o'clock this morning for coastal areas near Seacliff State Beach in Aptos. Residents in the area were urged to prepare to leave should an evacuation order be issued. Santa Cruz County spokesman Jason Hoppen tells KCBS people also need to stay clear of any coastlines in the area.
We're seeing a lot of powerful surf on top of a very high tide, so that's causing a lot of debris, and we're starting to see a little bit of damage on the coast. So this is going to be the situation throughout much of the day, so we want to advise people to avoid the coast. There was a lot of looky-loos right now. I think that's fine as long as you stay up on a bluff. There are places to safely observe this event.
An earlier alert from the county indicated that flooding was underway along the Rio Del Mar Esplanade in Aptos. In Santa Cruz, flooding closed East Cliff Drive at Schwalm Lake, Corcoran Lagoon, and Moran Lake. KCBS's David Welch is heading to Capitola, and we'll have more on this story. The National Weather Service says the 25 and 30-foot waves crashing into Bodega Bay are some of the biggest the area has seen in upwards of 15 years. KCBS's Mike DeWald reports it has a steady stream of people heading to the coast to take it in.
The parking lot at Bodega Head is overfull. Cars line the street, entire families coming out to see the true power of the ocean from a safe distance, of course.
We love the ocean, and we thought that it was going to be this way.
They said, don't come out, the waves are too big, so we had to be here.
Linda and Tom, jokes aside, they caught a glimpse well away from danger. Nearby Dorn Beach is protected from the worst of the waves. It had surfers like Mike from Petaluma getting into the water. Conditions, he says, are less than ideal.
It's a little unruly for sure, but it's definitely better than nothing. Better to get in the water than nothing at all.
For those who do come to the North Coast, Sonoma County Fire District Deputy Chief Steve Hersberg says to always consider the risks of your surroundings.
People will go out to sit on rocks to watch the big surf. All of a sudden, a big wave comes in and hits them.
Even when seas are calm, he says sneaker waves are a bit of a misnomer.
It's predictable. It's not sneaky in the sense it's predictable. You should never turn your back on the ocean out here.
In Bodega Bay, Mike DeWald, KCBS.
BART is piloting brand new fare gates designed to cut back on fare evasion. It's part of a plan to replace gates at all stations by summer 2025 for the cost of $90 million. KCBS's Raquel Maria Dillon took a look at the new gates at West Oakland Station.
I saw at least 2 people try to exit here, see the hulking new gates, and then turn around and go back up to the train platform. BART spokeswoman Anna Duckworth says people also tried to jump the staircase railings to get out. That's a long way down. The pilot is providing information about how stations will have to be reconfigured for the new gates.
We're looking to see how durable these are to withstanding like graffiti and vandalism, because we have a couple different materials. We have a polycarbonate door, and then we have the metal mesh door.
Most of the BART riders I spoke with say it is not fair that they pay for the ride and other people just dodge the fare gate.
Pretty much every time I come through, I see at least like 2, maybe 3 people jump over it. It seems like a big problem.
But Alex Hernandez pointed out that some people don't pay because they really can't.
Necesidades y a veces pues no pueden pasar, entonces esto le bloquea el acceso a ir otro.
BART is upping the discount for low-income Clipper card holders at the same time as it installs these gates. In West Oakland, I'm Raquel Maria Dillon, KCBS.
The CHP is announcing the new laws that will help protect drivers in California. KCBS's Kathy Whitman talks about catalytic converters.
A series of new laws beginning after the new year will enhance driver safety around the state. CHP officer Andrew Barclay says 2 will help stop the proliferation of catalytic converter theft. The first requires dealers to put the vehicle VIN number on the converter.
The second law then states that it is illegal to remove that VIN number on that catalytic converter.
Then there's a new law allowing cities to start testing speed cameras. San Francisco, San Jose, and Oakland are among them. And before they're installed,
they have to identify specific areas that have either school zones or high volumes of crashes or known street racing areas.
And a new law will prohibit parking or stopping along a curb at least 20 feet from a marked crosswalk to enhance pedestrian safety.
Having that 20-foot distance is going to allow them to be seen much earlier.
Kathy Whitman, KCBS.
And we have Dave Fox in the KCBS Traffic Center. He's got slow traffic in San Francisco.
Yeah, both directions of 80 between 101 and the Bay Bridge. Pretty slow right now, so if you're leaving town, that backup's going to start at the 101 interchange. Coming into San Francisco, upper deck of the Bay Bridge slows right before Fremont Street as you make your way past 5th Street. Now, leaving San Francisco for the Golden Gate Bridge, northbound 101 really jammed up now, mostly because too many people trying to exit at the Vista Point there. That's got traffic stacked up most of the way across the bridge. We've got slow traffic 80 East Bay there, right around Berkeley, eastbound. 80 slows from the 580 interchange all the way past University. Westbound slow Central Avenue to University as well. Fairfield, it's road work there. It's been picked up. It looks like eastbound 80 before West Texas. So now just from the Cordelia truck scales out past Manuel Campos Parkway. And in the south of Bay, southbound 17, still slow in Los Gatos from Highway 85 as you head past the lane merges and up to the Casa Restaurant. Your next traffic update, 118. Yes.
Cloudy, patchy fog, some scattered showers up north, highs in the low to mid 60s at the coast of by the bay, and in the mid to upper 60s inland. More rain and wind return tonight. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740.
Oh, you have to be open point.
All our people are in uniform,
And our trucks are clean and shiny.
and Ben,
Wheeling spaces empty and clean
for you.
1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
When you wake up well-rested on a great mattress, everything becomes clear. I do have a favorite child. Things you missed when you were tired finally reveal themselves.
I use memes as a coping mechanism.
It's Mattress Firm's once-a-year sale and clearance. Get up to 60% off select Sealy, plus a free adjustable base, all with free and fast delivery. Deals this big won't last long, so don't miss out. The right mattress matters. We'll find yours. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Do more together this holiday season in the new...
That is too tight. I don't like it.